Hey Joe, this is David with Pursuit Tech. It was great to chat with you earlier around this application called ScanToPCC that I have up on my screen here. Just want to walk you through the ins and outs of this real quick. Would love to get this in front of your medical records team and just get your guys' feedback across the board. As I was explaining earlier, you guys know it's an extremely manual process to get documents updated in PCC. Requires your team to work through an email or a shared folder. And then from there, they have to save the documents, open up point click care, find your resident, and then assign the document. Not if you're doing one or two documents, but most facilities are going through a lot of documentation every day, especially in the case of a new admission. A lot of times you guys are uploading those documents, you're either scanning them individually or using a PDF editor to break up those documents. And overall, it's just a really inefficient process. We own some skilled nursing facilities out here in California, as I explained, and this was the solution that we came up with that's now taken us fully electronic. We have no more paper in our facilities, and everything arrives in the chart in almost real time. So just a really, really efficient way and to get documents in. And essentially what it does is we'll install a shortcut on your scanners and copiers in the facility. It'll work with any scanners or copiers that you guys have. So once we have that shortcut on your scanners, you'll be able to put multiple documents on the glass. You hit that shortcut, and then it's going to file right to this secure dashboard here. This is locked down to your guys' IP address in your facility, but it's connected directly to point click care. So all of your residents, all of your miscellaneous document categories, everything's synced up. So the flow of documentation just is a lot more efficient using this process. So as I mentioned, you'll place all the documents on the glass. You hit that shortcut, it's going to go right to this dashboard. You can also drag and drop PDFs in here. So if somebody emails you some documents or you have documents on your desktop that you need to get into our dashboard, I can click and drag those into this top right field. It's going to run through a quick virus scan. You'll see that this is going to jump from 24 up to, it looks like 25 documents now. So I've pushed some documents in here, and I'll want to push these to the chart. Once the documents are in this chart, so the two main ways to get them in here are through your scanners or copiers, PDF, and then if you guys are using eFax as well, we can also hook up an eFax to the system so you can send and receive eFaxes. Once I have documentation in here, this is just a simple one pager. All I have to do is assign it these four fields to be able to push it to my residence chart. So by default, it's today's date is the effective date. You can change that within this calendar here. All of my residents will automatically be populated in here. So last name, comma, first name, you have a D for discharge, A for active, you'll have an N there for new if you guys are using CRM or the waiting list. And then you also have your resident's identification number. This list gets pretty long with the discharge residents, but I can always just start typing in here. So let's say this was for someone named Jack. I can just simply type that in. It's going to find all the Jacks in my system, and I can select my resident. Next is your miscellaneous document categories. So let's say this one's a quick progress note. I can just start typing that. And then lastly is what we want to name the document. So you guys currently have to type in all of this information, spelling errors, some medical records, associates do it differently in terms of the way they name these documents. We have templates in here where every time I select progress note, if I wanted the miscellaneous document category, the resident's name, and then the effective date, it automatically populates that data for me. So from a compliance perspective, when you go into your residence chart, everything's really uniform. You have no misspellings, and it eliminates another step for you. And then all I have to do to push this to my residence chart is hit upload and homepage or upload next. Upload and homepage brings me back to that list of documents. Upload and next is going to just load up the next document in the queue that I need to get in my residence chart. So I'll hit upload and next, just kind of walk you through it real quick. I'd be able to view my document here. I would select my resident. I'd select my document category and then upload next or upload and homepage. So you can see how quickly you can move through documents here. Now that's the simplest option, right? Just a single document to a single resident. This is where this tool gets really, really effective. So let's say I scanned in 24 pages. I have multiple progress notes in here and I need to break those up really quickly. Right now, you're probably using a PDF editor or scanning those in and saving the documents individually and going back and forth between point click care. Just requires a lot of steps. So if you had a bunch of documentation that you wanted to scan in at one time and then just break those up within the system, we created this awesome split PDF tool. So when I select this here, it opens up a window for me. I'm able to page through my document, find different page breaks. Let's say on page 5, it switches to a different resident or a different document type. All I have to do is just fill this forms out right here. And this is going to take me, so we'll say pages 1 to 4 are going to go to this resident. We'll just break up some progress notes real quick, and you'll see it's going to automatically name these for me as I'm selecting progress notes. It's going to put all the information in there for me. And I could just break this up between the same resident, different resident, anything I do in here, it's going to do it for me. So I can select, let's say pages 5 to 9 are going to go here. And I'm just going to break this up into 3 pieces for you, but I can break this one document up into 50 separate document categories. So that's where this tool gets really, really effective, is that split PDF tool. We'll just break it up into 3 pieces, 10 of 24. We're going to select a different resident in here, and then we'll also make this on a progress note just real quickly. And when I hit split PDF, what it's going to do is it's going to take that one stack of paper that I put into my copier. It's going to break it up into 3 sections and send these off to the resident's chart. So that split PDF tool is fantastic across the board. Next, a couple of simple things it's going to do for you. So currently there's a maximum file size that you guys can upload to Point Click Care. Seems to be different with every customer, but you would run through the same steps as you normally do. You'd select your document category. And then when it shows up in the chart, you're just going to hit one of those 2 green buttons. When it shows up in the chart, it's going to go ahead and break those documents up for you. So it'll say part 1 of 1, 1 of 2. It'll break it up for you. And then when you go into the actual chart, everything will be there broken up. So a lot of times your teams will get to that final step to submit the document. And then there's a notification that pops up that says you have to either go back and shrink the document or use some sort of a PDF editor to break it up. Just know that our system is going to automatically do that for you. Just to touch real quickly on eFax. So if you guys are using eFax in your facilities, we can hook that up at no additional charge. I'd be able to receive documents or eFaxes straight into my dashboard here. So here's a good example. Instead of it going to my email, I have to print it out, scan it, name the document, all of that. It just comes right into my dashboard here. And from there, I'm able to just simply select my resident, select my document category, and then upload and homepage or upload and next. So just a couple seconds to push eFaxes through. If I wanted to eFax a document out, let's say a physician stops by the medical records office and they say, hey, I just took down these notes for this resident. Can you get them in the chart? But then also, can you send those to my office? We can do that right from within the system. So instead of using these 4 fields here, I'm going to use the eFax tab up top. I'm just going to go ahead and select my number here and send it to myself just to show you an example. But you'd have an address book saved if you're sending it off to consistent destinations. I can add a cover page in here as well. Let's just say this is for Dr. Jones. These are some notes. And here are your notes. And then I have 2 options here. I can send an eFax and delete the document if I don't want to get it in my residence chart, or I can send an eFax and send to PCC. I want to go ahead and do that. So I just queued up a fax to go out, and then I run through the simple process of selecting my resident, selecting my document category, and then just upload and next or upload and homepage. So across the board, this tool is fantastic for overall efficiency. I know everyone's been trying to achieve, fully electronic charts, and the current process just creates, not a very efficient workflow to get that done. So would love to share this tool with your team, get your thoughts on it. I know it's a decision with corporate, but there at the facility level, I would love to get your team's thought on it and just see if it's something that would help you guys out. And then we can have those conversations at the top. But like I said, just a fantastic solution across the board. It's going to help you guys out. You're not going to be spending nearly as much time at the scanners and copiers, and allowing that documentation to flow into your residence chart in almost real time. So it's very easy to onboard. You don't have to download anything on your computer. You just access it through this web portal, and then we set up those shortcuts on your scanner. So really, really efficient across the board. There's also a history tab up here as well. It'll show you all the documents that you've pushed to PCC. You can search just by resident or by date. So this is just fantastic for reconciliations. Let's say somebody's out for a couple of days and want to make sure that some documents have been pushed to your residence chart. I just have discharge residents in my system, but you'd be able to see if I select one of these residents, it's going to show me all of the documents that have been pushed to the chart. So just like I said, another fantastic solution that we developed, so you guys can keep a nice little running log of everything that's been pushed. It'll show you who uploaded it, from which category, from which copier they sent it as well. So across the board, just eliminates a ton of steps. I do have a customer with a larger organization that just ran a pilot program at one of their facilities, and they've saved over 100 hours of labor just this last month using this tool. So As I mentioned, we come from nursing homes, understand the struggle of getting documents into your residents' charts, and this is the only solution. This is why we built this tool. It's the only solution on the market that's going to accomplish it for you guys. So it's going to relieve your team of a lot of the manual workload and allow you guys to focus on audits and more important things. So if you guys are looking to eliminate paper and just improve that efficiency across the board, this is the tool that's going to get it done for you. So appreciate you taking the time to connect with me today. I'm excited to hear your thoughts on this. We'd love to run through more of a full stream demo. If you want to share this with some of your regional, points of contact or folks at corporate, we'd be happy to jump on with you guys. But would love to hear what your medical records team thinks after reviewing this. And thanks again for the time. Hope you have a great weekend. And let's plan on reconnecting this next week if you got some time to quickly chat on this. So I appreciate it, Joe, and have a fantastic weekend. Thanks.